Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
And we talked about this now. Like, this has been a masterful offseason. It hasn't been, a lot of noise backing it, but it's really been the sneaky underrated offseason, right? Because you shed some salary, you get Harden to take a pay cut, you bring some familiarity, some toughness, and you look at this starting lineup. And I mean, I kind of agree. Like, we do have on paper, at least, one of the better starting lineups in the NBA.
Yeah, I completely agree. I went over that list on a stream that I had. It's Golden State and Boston number 1 and number 2 as far as starting lineups go, and it's Philly at number 3. I don't think the list is teams overall, but at the same time, there's a lot of ifs with this team. Of course, there's a if Joel Embiid's healthy. There's a if James Harden comes back in shape. There's a if Tyrese Maxey continues to climb and develop at the rate that he has been developing. If all of those things happen, this is very possibly the third best team in the NBA, and could possibly be the NBA championships this upcoming season. I really believe that. And yeah, I agree that the starting lineup. I mean, Harden, Maxey, PJ, Tobias, Embiid.
Yeah,
I don't see a weakness in that lineup.
Yeah, hey, I agree, man, and I think it would be a very, very lethal starting lineup. But obviously, you need to make sure your bench is producing as well. You need a full type of production team, and I think the Sixers definitely added in that category. And I think they need, to potentially build more. But this is the season. I said this yesterday. I truly believe this is the best chance for Joel Embiid at this point in his career to win a championship based on the lineups. Like, I think this is the best, well put together type of roster. And it might not have been like the sexiest signings or this or that, but I honestly think right now this is the best shot.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that was, once Daryl got past the Ben Simmons hurdle and finally, got into the clear and was able to gather his thoughts and really plan, okay, now I can really look at players and I have this much money and this is what I can do. He went after a specific type of player. And I said it already 600 times on this stream. Guys that can catch and shoot.
Yeah.
That's it. PJ, Daniel House, all he's done his whole career, a couple of those years next to who? James Harden. All he's literally done is run down the floor, waited for James to get double teamed, catch the ball, and shoot it right when he catches it. And he shot 41% 2018-19 with the Houston Rockets when they were on that crazy run of like 40+ three-point attempts per game and all that stuff. I totally agree. I think for the first time, I think all of the experiments that were had by Elton Brand or maybe Brett Brown or maybe people above them that shouldn't have been making decisions, I think all of those experiments that failed have been cleaned up. Outside of maybe the overpaying of Tobias Harris, but I think is the closest we've been to having like the actual right type of players around Joel Embiid.
And one quick point to that, because I never got your take on the actual concrete details of the contract, but I mean, just what a tremendous job by James Harden, right? And if you think about this, the Sixers really have a good shot of trying to go all the way this year. And just say Harden ends up going elsewhere, right? Well, guess what? After 2024, we're going to have a lot of cap space because Tobias Harris will be off the books. Harden will be off the books. You might be able to sign and trade, get something back. This is talking into the future, but, like you just said, we cleaned up the mess. And, I mean, it can only get better from here, right? Even if those two guys end up leaving in the next couple of years and you have Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and a heck of a lot of cap space, I mean, This is looking good, in my opinion, in terms of what Daryl Morey has done. I think it's been a bit of a slow process, but he's had to, inherit a lot. And I've said that before. And I think he's got a vision in mind. I do. And I think this is the best shot right here. And I think, we're about to go all in. I do.
Yeah, I agree. And I also, man, I don't think anybody's been talking enough about Tyrese Maxey and what he did from year 1 to year 2. This kid is like They had to tell him to take a break when the season was over. Like, go, like, lay, like, suntan on a boat. Go do something. Don't play basketball. He just wakes up and plays basketball. It's all he does. It's all he's ever done. And that's why he did what he did in just one off season. And I see no reason for him to not make another jump. I think the only thing last year that I saw from him that still looked like a second-year player was when we got deep into the playoffs, his confidence in questioning himself. And I think he's a smart kid. I think he knows that. And I just think this upcoming season you're going to see a player out of Tyrese Maxey that doesn't look like a 21-year-old. And it could very well be a big three in Philadelphia with James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid. So everybody that's in my comments every day, my chat every day saying, we need more, we need another star, we need more, we need more, I think you're underestimating what we have.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I think if we get a solid version of Harden, I mean, look at how far we got with the version that we got, right? I mean, things could get very interesting.
Perfect.